Imagine being 14 years old, standing in a house garden. In front of you are two birch trees standing up 4 meters apart. 2 meters up and 3 meters are two ropes spanning from one tree to the other. One for your hands and one for your feet. You climb up one of the trees and confidently get out on the ropes. And you follow and speed along the rope until you get halfway, then you stop. And think to yourself, what would happen if I were to let go of my hands and jump forward? Think about it for a while and decide to try it. You lean forward, let go of your hands, and you jump. Fellow members and guests, let me tell you what happens if you let go of your hands first and jump. You fall down really hard on your head and your hands, and you end up with a broken wrist and a really throbbing head. That's what happens. I really love experimenting, but ever since that day I'm a bit more cautious in my experimental endeavors. Today today is the 10th day of my 30-day raw vegan trial or experiment. This means that I'm only eating fruit, vegetables, seeds and nuts, and they are raw, not cooked in any way. The reason why I wanted to try this experiment is that I have 5 friends who have reported back increased mental clarity and higher energy throughout the day. And that got me intrigued. Even though I'm still a bit skeptic about the results, I wanted to try it for myself. But there are 3 things so far that I've learned from this experiment, and from any experiment in fact. And the first thing is, when doing an experiment, you learn the subject a lot. You learn a lot about the subject. For example, I finally know the link between calories, carbs, fats, and proteins. I didn't know that before, I know it now. But more facts are a bit boring, so move on to number 2. That is, you get more interesting problems to solve in your life. One of my first problems I noticed was it was hard to get enough proteins in my body using this diet. So for the first day I thought I was supposed to eat mostly fruit, so I ate mostly fruit. And if you picture a dartboard over here, with the center being my protein goal, the first dart I threw went over there. Totally opposite, and I was far off the goal. But back to, on day 2, I knew I had to eat more vegetables. But I underestimated the amount of vegetables I ate, so I aimed again, but missed. A bit closer, but still I didn't hit the dartboard. A couple of days later, I saw that I could add seeds to my smoothies. That made things a little bit better, so when I tried, I started to actually hit the dartboard, or the edges of the dartboard. And it wasn't until I finally started to prepare meals and salads that I consistently hit the center of the dartboard. And one of my interesting problems I have right now after solving that is that I spend about 7 hours per day, either eating or preparing meals, and that's a bit too much for my taste. So that's an interesting problem I have right now. But on to the third interesting thing, and that's you can discover things that you can't live without. So during this experiment, I got to try a lot of new foods. One of them in particular is this root vegetable called maca. The maca grows high up, specifically 4,000 meters up in the mountains of Peru. And the maca has really great taste and is delicious, and I really love to have it in my smoothies nowadays. So I can't be without it. And I wouldn't stumble upon this maca if I weren't trying this experiment. In another experiment I had back in December, it introduced cold showers into my life. Surprisingly, cold showers are now one of the most exciting things that happens to me during the whole day. It's not that my life is unexciting otherwise, but I really like the cold showers. They are really invigorating, and I feel limitless in my ability to tackle the obstacles and life in general. But all experiments can be dangerous, as you heard in the beginning. So I would say, do prepare and do a research for them. And I would encourage you to think about something you can experiment in this week. Either something you really want, always have wanted to, or something that you've never wanted to. It might be something you didn't. Now I'm getting stressed about the claps. It might be something you can't live without. So, thank you.